So, innovative vehicle engineering. I'm not going to go into the reason why we're called Innervated. You can look that up, etc., etc. We are a small startup. We were founded the week before lockdown. What a perfect time to start a company. So we've lived through lockdown, we've lived through the current sourcing crisis, we've built our company remotely. So I think the first time we all met in person must have been March of last year. It's been a huge journey. So we are on a vision, on a mission to make vehicles, delivery vehicles, more sustainable. We work with hydrogen. Nobody went gasp there at least. We work with hydrogen. We are not saying we're the only solution in the box, but we are a solution to high mobility requirements needing range and payload. We've concentrated in an area that's not really looked at by a lot of vehicle OEs. Normally, light commercial vehicles are either a carryover from what comes from passenger cars or a hand-me-down that comes from heavier vehicles. So we've taken what I know is quite an innovative approach to understand the market, to develop a product for that market, and we're now in the process of bringing that product to market. So what we've got is the right solution. We've understood who the customers are, so we're pitching to the right customers. We've got the right cost base, so we're equal in terms of total cost of ownership over 5 years to a diesel. And we're just about in the right time. And that's all about funding and all that other stuff that we all go through on a day-to-day basis. I'll try not to repeat everything that everybody else has said. I apologise if I do. So we've understood the market. We understand that the battery electric vehicles that are available today don't meet everybody's requirements. So we started out developing this product in 2017 where we thought batteries were the answer. But as an engineer, you want to know why that's the answer. You want to know why that might be wrong or why that might be right. So we sat down, we defined what the market looked like, we defined what the costs in that market were like, and most importantly, we defined what the benefit to those customers was, to the extent that myself and our CTO went and worked for the delivery company. So I did 4 months at Asda, our CTO did 6 months at Tesco's working on deliveries. So we went out, we delivered goods, we understood how the hell these things are used, and more importantly, what value we can add to those vehicles that makes us unique in the marketplace. So rather than trying to come to market and be a me too, we want to be different, we want to add value, and more importantly, when we talk to people, we want to understand what their pain points were. So we came out with a huge list of challenges. And stuff like people, we talk to people like Tesco's, we talk to people like Asda, Sainsbury's, we talk to people like Ocado. Just to give you a bit of an example, Ocado drill a hole in their washer bottles to reduce the washer bottle capacity from 8 litres to 4 litres, purely because they want extra range or extra payload. They take the floor mats out of the vehicle to reduce the weight of the vehicle by 18 kilos. That's how critical these missions are to these people. Tesco's, for example, their break point between the delivery route being profitable and the delivery route being non-profitable is 1 delivery. If they make 15 deliveries, they break even on that route. If they make 16, they make money on the route. If they make 14, obviously, they don't. And just understanding those pain points helps us understand what our solution has to be. And you could say, well, that's just part of doing business. It's not. It's what everybody in this room who has a business does. We understand what our customers want. We develop our services, our goods, our application, our whatever to support those requirements. And that is part of innovation. And I think what I'm trying to say here is if you don't understand what you're trying to do, if you don't understand how you're going to do it, and if you don't understand what the customer's value proposition is, then you're setting yourself up to be very, very difficult. If you spend the time, understand what you're doing, why you're doing it, who you're doing it for, there's value in that. And that, to us, I come from I'd say 30 odd years in the automotive industry. Vehicle companies don't do that. What they do is they turn out a product day after day after day, and their innovation is making that product as cheap as possible to maximize either the profits on sale or the profits on leasing or the profits on the finance package they sell with that vehicle. What the customers out there are crying out for is a vehicle that suits their needs. What they're looking for is a product that helps them be better at what they can be. And for us to come along and say, yep, we can do that with you, it's like a light bulb going on to these people. It's like well, why isn't anybody else doing this? Why is everybody else trying to sell me a vanilla product when I can have sprinkles or whatever on top of it? And for us, the innovation comes from being able to do that in a short period of time. So from 2020, when we started, we had our first mule vehicle running in August 21. We've had customers in the vehicle. We've had customer ride and drives. We now have orders from August 22. So going from a clean sheet of paper, in effect, to coming to a vehicle that people are able to go and order, and we will build for them at the end of this year, has taken us 18 to 24 months. There's no car company that can do that. And why can we do it? Because we're small, we're agile, we make decisions really quickly, and we're not afraid to fail. And I can give you a litany of examples where we have failed. But if you take those failures and you take them as a personal slight or you take them as a negative experience, then you're always putting up barriers to trying something new. We take failure as a learning experience because you learn what doesn't work. Sometimes it can be quite painful, but you learn what doesn't work. And what you learn by that is what makes your team stronger. So we at IV, we have what we call, I like Tim Allen. So if anybody watches Last Man Standing or a lot of my presentations are focused around him. So to infinity and beyond is our infinity loop. And the whole point to us is innovation isn't a one-off activity. It's an evolution of the company, it's an evolution of your product, it's an evolution of your business, and it's an evolution of your people. It's getting better at what you do, how you do it, and who you do it for. And it's ingrained in our business. And it's really easy to say, well, you make a high technology product. But really, do we? We take bits and pieces and we bolt them together and it makes a vehicle. That's pretty easy. Anybody can do that. What makes us smart is how we do it, not what we do. And then finally, we work really hard with our partners. We have some tier ones. We work with OEs, we work with Iveco, we work with Ford, we work with Mercedes, all the way down to some SMEs in the Leicestershire area that supply us some valves and control systems. It's treating those people as part of your internal resource, as part of your internal capability. Because if you don't do that, then you're putting too much load on your shoulders and you're taking on burden that you really don't need to do. And you're also, in some instances, constricting the capability and not leveraging what there is out there to help you grow and also help others grow. And I think I've done that in 10 minutes. So if anybody's got any questions, I did it in 10 minutes so you can ask questions. Because I hate these presentations, I prefer interactive. My name's Gokal. Good night.